Hi, I'm Rebecca.
Nowadays, being good just doesn't cut it. Everyone is striving to become the best. No matter what sport you play, athletes want to stand out and can feel the constant pressure to excel. This is particularly true in professional sports. If you've ever seen that incredibly lean person lifting crazy amount of weights in the gym, there's likely a chance that individual is taking performance enhancement drugs. It is true, genetics are not considered equal. But do we allow drugs to level the playing field? Is it worth the risk to win? When athletes were asked, if you were given a performance enhancing substance and you would not be caught, win all competitions for 5 years, then die, would you take it? More than 50% of the athletes said yes. Performance enhancing drugs is something that we as a society can't accept in sports. Athletics have always meant to be fair. But when we introduce performance-enhancing drugs, some athletes are having the unfair advantage. This doesn't only affect professional athletes. This is falling into the high school level sports as well. Jane Otterson of the National Federation of High School Sports Association states that 1 out of 50 seniors have used performance enhancement drugs. And out of those 40%, the athletes said they did it because they knew a professional athlete had used them as well. Are you not frightened with the fact that not only elite athletes put themselves at risk, but also the percentage of these users are now becoming high school and middle schoolers? Teenagers are actually the greatest risk since steroid abuse leads to depression, uncontrollable changes in hormone levels, mood swings, and even suicide. Is a short-term benefit worth losing your good mood and sacrificing your long-term well-being? Performance-enhancing drugs could lead to very serious long-term health problems. The National Institute on Drug Abuse states kidney problems, liver damage, increased risk of stroke and heart attack are just some of the side effects. If women actually take performance-enhancing drugs, they risk the increase in male appearance, changes to the menstrual cycle, and the deepening of their voice. You may say that steroids are different from other drugs as they do not have the same evident damage effect on the brain. However, long-term use of anabolic steroids leads to aggression, paranoid states, delusion, and violence. And that's stated by the National Institute of Drug Abuse. If the fact that it's dangerous doesn't scare you enough, they're also illegal. The Anabolic Steroid Control Act of 1990 placed anabolic steroids in the Class 3 of the Controlled Substance Act. And this was taken in February 27, 1991. Under this legislation, anabolic steroids are defined as any drug or hormone substance chemically and pharmacologically related to testosterone that promotes muscle growth. As stated by the DEA, simple possession of illicit anabolic steroids carries a maximum penalty of 1 year in prison and a minimum $1,000 fine if this is the individual's first drug offense. The maximum penalty for trafficking is 5 years in prison and a fine of $250,000 if it's their first felony. If this is the second felony, the maximum period of imprisonment and the maximum fine both double. While the above listed penalties are for federal offenses, individual states have also implemented fines and penalties for legal use of anabolic steroids. So, if you think any performance-enhancing substances is going to perform miracles, you're sorely mistaken. They do help in performance, but come with many different side effects. I hope I've armed you with the right information to prevent the abuse of performance enhancement drugs. They have no place in our sport or in our everyday lives. So Rebecca, do you have any questions?
Yes. Are there any ways to eliminate the side effects of anabolic steroids?
So as of right now, there's no way to completely eliminate any side effects. There's always going to come some type of risk.
Okay. And you don't believe the athletes should have the freedom to use performance enhancement drugs?
If we give the athletes freedom to use performance enhancement drugs, at what level do we say enough is enough? There's always going to be someone that's going to take more than somebody else. And like I stated earlier, not all genetic makeup is created equal. So someone that has a higher genetic potential than another, when they use anabolic steroids or any performance enhancement drugs, they're automatically going to get a better result, a faster result, and once again, have an unfair advantage. Thank you.